Okay, so guys, yesterday Vincenzo Orofino, l'oro più fino del mondo, won the Bologna regional with 400 people. So I'm gonna do the deck profile of his deck list. So I heard that you won the go. Well, I got you. Today I invited to my channel, nonetheless, the one of probably the new scene Italian player that won the recent YCS, Vincenzo Orofino. Vincenzo Orofino won yesterday a big Italian regional with 425 people in Bologna. Welcome, Vincenzo Orofino, to my channel. And how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, so what's this? Seems like a very strange deck list. We never saw it before. How did you win with this deck list, the Italian regional? Explain your thoughts, especially about your side deck.
Yeah, so I played the German Open a few weeks ago, and the remote duel YCS after Dortmund, and I kept testing like the approach with full beasted package, and even with only one Kelbeck and Bell in the main and stuff, super prepared for the mirror match, but I realized that doesn't work anymore because the meta shifted a bit. Right now, tier is not like 70% anymore, especially in regionals. It's like 50% tier and 50% like non-tier. Sprite is also significantly more popular. So I didn't want to play a list that was full committed for the mirror, and that's the reason we increased the Kelbecks and we played the one yugioh that was not there before.
Why
Even though
White Scream? White Scream. Seems
Tree
like
Scream is mandatory. Scream is the best card in the deck. But I'm gonna talk about that more in a second. I'll just finish to explain like the concept. The whole list is just made to be like as versatile as possible. Because in a regional you really don't know what you're gonna play against. But at the same time it was impossible to completely cut the beasted package because in the mirror it's too important to have them, and 7 was like the minimum you could play. You can argue 6 maybe, but not like just the 3 mana and 1 Druidsworm. I don't think that's good. And that is also the reason why the side deck is like this weird. We had a lot of 2-ofs because it was impossible to do a specific meta call. So if you play 2 and 2 of cards, you can just decide to side 3 and 1 or 2 and 2 depending on the matchup, and you can be versatile versus everyone. But this approach is just something I will do in a regional or in a YCS with an extremely wide format. So that's why the list is like this.
we're gonna call you right now Vincenzo Orofino. Because of all those 2-offs, you are acting like an OCG player.
I never liked 2-ofs, but sometimes you have to accept it's fine to play them. I think the more you play, the more you realize a lot of the shortcuts we usually have are not wrong, but you don't have to follow them every time. I think when you reach like the top level of deck building, you probably stop following the like every time 3 of everything, 3 or 1, 3 or 1. Of course, when you do a specific meta call, it's correct to play only 3-ofs, but you can't do that every time.
Yeah, I can see that.
About the 3 screams, I think Tieri Shizu with this many flex spots, it's not the most consistent deck ever. It may seem weird, but the deck can actually break or like draw end that lose to like 1 beasted sometimes. Playing Scream at 3 really helps you with that, because like Merly plus Scream, Rhino plus Scream are really insane opening. So that's the first reason, and the second reason is that if you see, we also played 2 Salyek,
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah, I can see that.
maximized the good meals. Since we are playing a Guido in a regional, we are milling blind. So even if the mirror match, if even in the mirror match we mill because we don't know if our like game one we mill because we don't know if our opponent is playing tier or not.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's the mirror, you want with Saliek and you want with Scream to have like the advantage because they are the only two interactions that cannot be stopped by Keld and Mudora. Of course, Saliek is really good while Scream is like okay in those scenarios, but
Mm-hmm. So, wanna talk about the spice in the extra deck? X cheat on night?
yeah, extra deck is kind of standard beside of Exiton.
Mm-hmm.
Exiton did not perform for me, but did perform a lot for everyone else, including the second place, Matteo Rimondini, aka
Mm-hmm.
Dangaro Favelas. And it's just really, really good versus Rogue, and really, really good versus Sprite. No one expected. It's an out to Fissure, and so sometimes you can also like go Exiton if you wanna make Zeus, and they have like one set. It's probably Imperm. Exiton forces Imperm, and then you make Zeus. So it was really good for me. And then the rest of the list is just Tennis Shih Tzus and the full tier package. I don't like playing two Rhinos. I think you wanna maximize on them.
Yeah, I like to
And
mill them.
another really important thing, I think people should start considering Bell a bit more. It's played a lot, but I really feel like in the mirror is actually a blowout. Like it's better than a Beasted, because when you go in the grind games, that let's be honest, in a IRL tournament you're gonna go in grind game more often because people will misplay more compared to Dwelling Book.
Mhm.
And you have like those situations when you are milling, is milling, and you have like your shufflers and yes, is shufflers. Having the bell that shut down one of Keldo or Mudora really changes everything. Like sometimes you mill 3 names, you declare all 3, and they're chilling because they have Keldo. And if you bell the Keldo, like you just full combo them in their turn, and it really helps you. Also, you can bell Kit Kills on the field to special summon one, and sometimes that matters.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Like Belly is mostly good. What when you go second on first? Like it's generic for when you go second on first. That's what
Yeah,
you're
it
saying.
also I also said it when you go first is really good versus every deck because it can stop Beasted, but in the mirror is like extremely good in the grind games and when they mill you. I don't know why, but people are really milling a lot. Like two times in the tournament, people used their Kelbeck on me and they got destroyed because it's not correct to do that when you are not forced to do so.
Yeah, I
I think
noticed the lack of knowledge as well. Also, when I
yeah,
was playing the mirror, like I never dropped the game in the mirror. Like every mirror was at wall. Like that.
yeah. I I think you guys should, if you wanna play the mirror, you should mill only when that's your only option. Like if you have no other option, you of course you mill. But even if you can like end with Elf Dweller or Elf Root Colors without milling, without getting the risk, I think it's better to end with that board and not risk with like a G-Door Kelbeck.
How many players with your same list top of the event?
So I got first, Dangaro got second, and then one in top 16.
How
And
many
then
people?
Mir,
Many people had your list?
like 6.
Like 6. I mean, 50%.
But
That's good.
not exactly my list, because one of the guys that dropped played 2 Rhinos and 2 Imperms at 40, so not exactly this list.
I mean, 2
Uh,
imperms.
like another one that dropped played 2 Imperms with 3 Rhino at 41. And played the Imperm in the side instead of my Orange Light.
Did you get
Um,
any? Did you get any Flanders player? I kinda got
yeah,
bodied by one Flanders player playing to statue.
I played against Flander, but I won their PS and no shifter, so. And then one of my teammates got fourth place with different list but same approach. I think right now it really is like all about how you play it, because you can't make a meta call, like you can't make a correct list, because this is a regional format. There are no YCS in this format anymore, and regionals are really random. So
Any shout out?
I mean, yeah, shout out to my sponsors, to my team, especially Thunder King Games. Shout out to Nash for having me here, doing the deck profile, and for being there at the regional. And I think that's it. I made a deck profile on my team's channel if you wanna check it out, and I made more shoutouts there.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Wanna chill a little bit?
thank you.
Okay, chat. This is the Project 7X.
Yeah, Nash, do you think you're winning Leon? Because people on chat saying you're gonna win, but I
They
think that's
say
a
it.
problem.
Okay, here is the thing. They jinx me. They jinx me. They say it every time. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Then if it comes to win, then
Wait,
it's
do you have the ticket?
Leon? No.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out